Where has this narrative come from that Chinese officials, not ByteDance, but Chinese officials might think that Elon Musk could be a good owner of this key social media company?
Well, from what our sources tell us, they have been evaluating the potential options for TikTok should the ban go through, which it looks like, based on the Supreme Court arguments and how that went, that it's very likely that we will see the law be enacted. Um, Elon Musk appealed to the Chinese government because he already has experience dealing with businesses in China through Tesla. He has a long-standing relationship with that country. The thing I want to give pause here on is, this is the Chinese government's idea. The whole point of this entire exercise of trying to disentangle TikTok from its ownership was to reduce the links to China. So would the US government really go with a solution that involves somebody that is expected to be friendly with China? Well, maybe it won't matter because of Elon Musk's close ties to Donald Trump, which the Chinese government is also seeing as a positive, according to our sources. He has been at Trump's side day in and day out. He gave more than 250 million in support of his campaign. So it's this really complicated web of, we're trying to get the US government is trying to get this app out of connection to the Chinese government, and the Chinese government has a say in how that happens because of the TikTok algorithm. So it's getting very complicated very fast.
Sarah, back to Elon Musk, but more from the perspective of him as a social media platform owner already. How would acquiring TikTok work for him? Is this something he has floated before or thought about before? And how would he come up with the financing, too? It would be a pretty expensive purchase.
Well, it would be relatively insane to do this. I mean, he just bought TikTok. Sorry, guys, excuse me. He just bought Twitter for $44 billion in 2022. And he's still paying off those loans. So he's not very liquid. He's the richest man in the world, but his money is not very accessible to him. If he were to buy TikTok or propose such a thing, it would certainly cost many billions. We don't know exactly how much, but some estimates put it around 40 to 50 billion for TikTok US. It could be a different price depending on the diplomatic interest in that kind of a deal. We don't know yet if TikTok, if it would be sold, which nobody's talking about just yet in the company. If it would be sold, then would it happen in a competitive process, or would it be more of a diplomatic arrangement between China and the US and the company and whoever wants to buy it? So some people are already working on it. I know Frank McCourt was on your show last week with Kevin O'Leary. They have a bid. So it is something that could be an Elon Musk financing situation, but it could also not even get to that point.
Briefly, Sarah, the irony of all of this, some other Chinese-owned social media companies are doing really rather well. People are moving off from TikTok potentially to find new homes, and you go to Apple's App Store, what's trending?
Yeah, the top apps are from China, and I think that this is just indicating that the U.S. consumer is already embracing multiple Chinese apps. There's Shein, there's Temu, there's a lot of nascent social apps that are booming right now, and so I think that this is going to be a whack-a-mole problem. One of the solutions to the TikTok potential ban could be that they just rename a new one.